After 2 wins at home, we travelled to Dorking on Saturday to face a newly promoted side. How have preparations gone for the game?
No, it's been a good week. As you said, off the back of 2 wins, which is really positive for us. Scored a lot of goals as well. We know we feel like we're giving away too many chances. The games have been so open as well. So we've been looking at it this week, as well as keeping our attacking prowess, but being a bit more structured behind them.
And last week was an absolute roller coaster, but we did manage to pick up the 3 points that we desperately needed. Looking back on it now, what did you say to the lads on Monday morning regarding that game?
What I just said to you now, I think we were glad we won. I think we showed, and I watched the game Saturday as well, I think we showed the quality we've got in the group. I think we showed the togetherness. I think we showed courage. We showed character. We showed lots and lots of really, really good things that we know we have. But we need to show a little bit more nous as well, and a little bit more understanding of where you're playing and how you play, and don't get so emotional sometimes as well when you're playing and being able to play your position. And
we have mentioned the last 2 results then. We're currently sat 12th in the table, but with the 2 results, do you think that will really kick on our season? Obviously 3 points in the weekend, and well, we're right up there again looking at playoffs.
Yeah, listen, we're in and amongst that anyway. I think, as you can see the league table, there's just been inconsistencies with every team in the division. I feel like our inconsistencies come from the amount of injuries we've had, which has been difficult at times. We've had, as I said this before, we've had new players coming into the team nearly every week, which is not ideal. We want to get a settled team so we can get some consistency ourselves. I feel like we've shown in games how good we can be, and there's bits that we have to obviously work on as well. But in terms of the league table, we won't worry about that until March and April, because I think that's the most important time of the season when you can look at where you're at.
And you're probably getting bored of me asking this question now, but how are we looking injury-wise?
How we're looking injury-wise? David Longking's going to have an operation, which should keep him out for 2 weeks. Josh Hare's back in training, Ellie Johnson's back in training, Zoom's back in training, Junior's still got a bit of a knock, we'll check him again tomorrow. Nick Tavares has done his cruciate ligament, so he's going to be out for the season. Got injured in training before Rex, and when he did it, it's been confirmed now, so we'll have surgery on that as well. Angelo Balanta's obviously going to be out until we're looking at Christmas time. George Saunders, November, December as well, getting back into the group. Riley Scott's got a groin injury, so he's been out. I think that's Mara Valetti obviously came off Saturday as well. Maz is going to be, again we'll check him tomorrow, but we don't expect him to be fit for the weekend. He's got a hip injury. I think that's everyone at the moment.
And
it's enough.
It's enough for now. And just on to Dorking then, we know how dangerous they can be. Obviously they picked up 3 points and scored 3 goals against Notts County in their last home encounter. What do you expect from them?
A tough, really tough game. I like what they've done down there. I think they play really good football. I think Mark's done a good job. I think he does things differently down there. In terms of the style of play, I think they're really good. We know it'll be a tough place to go to. Mark Beard, who does some coaching for him, I know really well, next teammate of mine. They've got a couple of players that I played against many years ago, and I still played as well, in Harris and Ottaway. So Barry Fuller, who I played with as well at Stevenage, along with Beardy. So we know it's going to be a tough game, tough place to go, but it's one we're looking forward to again. We're back-to-back wins, and we want to focus on us and make sure we're about our business Saturday to try and get them 3 points.
And of course this is Dorking's first time in the National League, and their crowds are building up as the weeks go on as well. How important will it be for us to start fast and silence the home crowd?
I think you've got to do that everywhere you go, to be honest, but at the same time it doesn't really matter. I think you look at our game Saturday, we was 10-0 down, and our stadium wasn't great in terms of for us, in terms of it was pretty negative, which you'd expect, which I expect to be 10-0 down, so I haven't pop at anyone for that, I expect that, but I thought the reaction from our team to win the game, to come back into the game, to show character, show courage, you've got to show them things all the way through the season, because there's so many ups and downs. I don't think you can, ideally if we go there and start fast and quiet and great, but if we don't, we've got to have the courage and the quality to build into the game.
And Dorking, one of the few teams in the division that play on an artificial surface. Has that played any part in preparations this week, and will it play any parts in recovery for Chesterfield on Tuesday?
I think we have been on a plastic pitch this week just because of that. We had a day out again just to refresh ourselves. We trained on them quite a bit in pre-season in terms of our Aveley. So we've been at Aveley again this week just to memorise ourselves with how the ball bounces slightly differently and stuff like that. I think it is probably a bit of an advantage to be playing all the time, but it is what it is. We've played on plastic pitches at Bromley last season and won. We have played them before and won, so we're not too bothered about what we're going with it.